thank you to everyone who gives so much love and is hanging with me on this journey. I will give love back to you and only you. And then, of course, I'm here for the spillover. Out of what you give, it spills over into the world. But the people who get mad at me in life think that I don't really give love. But I always give shout outs. It's a thing. But people have to stick around for that part. But I digress. I'm very, very grateful for your time and your attention today. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier before we leave. I wouldn't be this way unless I had to be. Just for the record, I want you all to know that from the bottom of my Urkel heart. I would not be the way I am unless I had to be. If I'd had family and friends who were loyal the whole time, if I had people who stuck with me through thick and through thin the whole time, I wouldn't be acting this way. The reason why, Quincy, because we just met probably, Quincy, I think I met you when I met Poppy Water in Black and Gay. So that's probably, I've only known you for a few months. But I have people who I've known for 30 years who just have not been able to stick with me. And so now I have to, hey AI, now I have to snatch the coins off the table. I have to snatch what I want. Because sometimes people in life won't give you what you want and give you what you need, so you have to go and take it. So I wouldn't be this kind of performer, you know. Some performers, people just clap for them naturally. Some performers, people just give them love. Some pastors and preachers and coaches like me, people just give them freely the booty claps and the compliments and things like that. But I lived a life, because I'm so shiny and so brilliant and so excellent and I love myself, I lived a life where people saw me loving myself and they tried to ignore me. I'm surrounded by people all day who try to see what I can do. Joy! And they act like they didn't hear it at all. So the reason why you're meeting me in life is because I'm a different kind of artist. I'm the kind of artist that doesn't get to just sit back and have my family and friends support me. Whitney Houston's mother supported her. Luther Vandross's friends supported him. Patti LaBelle's friends and family support her. I didn't get that luxury as a black and queer person in growing up the way I grew up in church and stuff. So the reason why I act the way I do and talk my shit, number one, I talk my shit because I can back it up. Joy! So I talk my shit because I can back it up, but also I've had to snatch appreciation from people who would not give it on their own, right? My daddy did this to me. My daddy would hear me sing an amazing church service, or he would see me sing out in public my best kid notes, because I've been performing since I was like 6 or 7 professionally. And there's photographs of this from the local paper and stuff where I grew up. And my father, after every performance, or a lot of performances, maybe not everyone, I should be fair, but after many performances, my daddy would look at me in the car with the windows rolled up, and he would say to me, "Those white people may like you, but I know who you really are, boy. I know what you really are, boy." And so I've lived all my life in a who does this guy think he is kind of energy. So I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. And because my own daddy and my own family treated me like who does this think he is, this is the reason why I have to go out in the world now and snatch my sponsorships, snatch my donors, snatch my collaborators, snatch my internet friends and my audience. I have to take now because people weren't freely giving to me what I know I'm worthy of and what I deserve. So now I'm just snatching hoes by their wig. I am loved and lovable. I've always been loved and lovable, and I'm always going to be loved and lovable. And you ain't got a booty clap for me no more for me to know it. But see, people come in here that don't know me, and they're like, oh, he's just a nigga with the attitude. I'm not just a nigga with an attitude. I've come through so much. I was never black enough for the black people. I was never white enough for the white people. I was never queer enough for the queer people, and I wasn't straight enough for the straight people. I wasn't educated enough for the educated people, and I wasn't rich enough for the rich people, and I wasn't poor enough for the poor people. So you can understand how all my life, as she said in that movie, I had to fight. All my life, I had to make people see me, which is exhausting. But when you know that you're called to greatness, and you know that you're a good person, and you know that you're loved and lovable, now you can snatch all the wigs you want. I know y'all see me, but some of y'all pretend not to. And now I'm going to make you see love. I'm going to make you see love now. I got to go snatch it because nobody will give it to you. And I talk this way because there are younger artists, 10 years old, 6 years old, 12 years old, 20 years old, like I was, who are afraid. They are actually looking at their family and friends, looking at them in car. My father never said that shit in front of the public. He never in public talked that shit to me. He never in church or at the arena, he never said in front of anybody like, I see who you really are, nigga. You may be singing all those pretty notes with the white people, but I see. He never said it to me in front of nobody because people would have checked his ass. He always waited till he got to the car or till he got to the house. Because, you know, some black people don't want you to know what's going on in their community. Some black people don't want you to talk about what happens in their house. You know, don't you be telling our business. Our business was that my father was emotionally and physically abusing me. I see who you are, nigga. You may be impressing those people out there with your notes and all of your music education, but I know who you really are. And so I lived my whole life for decades fighting that voice in my head that he planted. And it was really bad for me. And I almost killed myself several times about it. But I'm letting y'all know, I know you see me. I know you hear me. I know you hear the notes. And I know that there are sponsors and donors and audience members out there waiting to connect with the love I have in my chest until the day I die. I'm not going to get a 9 to 5 for you niggas. Pardon my French, English, and Spanish. I'm not getting a 9 to 5 for you niggas. On command, I can go, yeah! Which my daddy could never do. And let me tell you one more thing before I let y'all go, because we are at 1 hour and 38 minutes. I've noticed this in this community here. Some parents do not gas their kids' dreams or support their kids' dreams because they can't do what their kids are doing. Someone told me years ago, they're like, did you ever think that your dead father was jealous of you? That he had a dream in his heart? That he wanted to become more as a black man in America, but he didn't have the confidence and courage that you had, so he resented it? Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. He definitely resented it. I could see in his eyes. He liked the fact that I was getting the attention, but he resented the fact that people clapped for me, and he had to stand there. So how do you break down a little black queer boy? You roll up all the windows in the car after church, and you tell him, I know who you really are, nigga. That's how you do it. And nobody would have known that, but it broke me in my life. But I'm letting y'all know, I know you see me. I know you see my love. I know my daddy saw it. I know my family saw it. I know my friends saw it. And you don't even have to hang around to see the rest of my journey. You can tell just on sight that I'm pure power and love. Not in my ego, because I'm going to be dead soon, just like you. But I know that people on Facebook and Instagram and Clubhouse and Twitter and Twitch, I know y'all see me, but you pretend not to. And that's okay, because the light and the love in my heart is so strong now. I realize that you don't need people to clap for you or to tell you you're pretty in order to be enough. I am perfect, whole, and complete, exactly as I am. And you are too, beloveds. You're perfect, whole, and complete, exactly as you are. Don't let anybody talk you out of it anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying to you today? Don't let anybody else talk you out of your brilliance. I don't know if you're going to be on Broadway and cruise ships and all that like me, but there's some gift inside of you. There's something greater that's calling you. Do not let these ashy motherfuckers talk you out of your vision and your dream. Do you hear me? Do not let them talk you out of the goodness that you know is in your heart. And I know that some people won't be able to receive this because y'all just see black skin or you hear the black voice and you think I'm angry. I ain't angry. I ain't mad about it. I'm speaking truth to power because there are parents out here. I met some this weekend in town. Their kids want to dream bigger dreams, but they're holding their kids back. They're discouraging their children. They're not putting their kids in the arts programming and stuff because they don't see it for themselves. I'm surrounded by adults who refuse to put their children in my programming, online or in person, because they don't see it for their 30-ass selves and their 40-ass selves. Their dreams have dried up and withered on the vine. And so now they don't let the children dream. I see this every day. And I'm so grateful that I had the confidence and the courage in my heart to just step out beyond my parents and my family. And I got a little thing to share with you. You're going to step out of your family of origin into chosen family, and sometimes they're going to treat you the same way. People are people. People will people. So even your chosen family will then forget about you and leave you on the side of the road to die. I've been left on the side of the road to die by both my real family of origin and my chosen family. It's not because I'm a bad person, y'all. It's not because I'm not loved and lovable. It's because people see what they want to see and they booty clap for what they want to booty clap about. They'd rather talk to you about something that happened on Jerry Springer's show than about love. So for everybody listening, because I'm going to cut this and put this into the podcast for today, for everybody listening on the sound of my voice, I want you to know that you're loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable, and you're always going to be loved and lovable. And do not let these ashy motherfuckers talk you out of your anointing. You better keep going. You better keep going. I don't care what your mama said, what your daddy said, what your cousin said. I don't care if you went to college or you didn't go to college. I don't care if you work a minimum wage job or a full salary job. I don't care what your background is. Don't you stop moving towards your dreams for these people. You are worthy of more, and you are enough. You are enough exactly as you are. You don't need nothing else to be great. You have everything in your hands right now. You got a smartphone? Go be great. And fuck the haters. They never saw it for you in the first place. You are loved and lovable. That's all I got to say about it. That's all I got to say about it. And for those of you who are perhaps offended by this, sorry, not sorry. Thank you, Quincy. Thank you, AI, for being here and listening to me rant. But I had to get that off my chest today because people do. Quincy has seen it. People come into my live streams and they go away. It's not really about me needing the attention, folks. My calling is higher than light stones or the light cave. I show up this way intentionally so that others can see that because I'm doing this, you can too. You really can. You've always been capable. Like Glinda the Good Witch said on The Wizard of Oz, you had the power the whole time, Dorothy. You had the power the whole time. Y'all have a good one. Have a great day. This room will end in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. God bless you.